Hi Chelsea fans, Chels Daft here, back with your Chelsea news weekend roundup, focusing on 4 stories in particular that have made the headlines over the last 48 hours or so. If this is your first time here on my channel, then have a look around, but make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss when my videos come out. For now, let's get cracking. First up is a blow for Thomas Tuchel and all of us. N'Golo Kante sent home from international duty with France due to a slight hamstring tear, and we're waiting to find out news on how long he's going to be out. The French FA said it was just a minor injury, but he's been sent back to Chelsea for physiotherapy. I sincerely hope he can get back to full fitness, because he's been a revelation in the last few weeks. I keep saying it, N'Golo Kante is just ridiculous. His ability, his influence in games and his engine, his work rate, you can't replace him. And it's a big blow if he's going to be out for a few weeks, with Chelsea back in Premier League action this Saturday against West Brom. Let's hope N'Golo Kante is back sooner rather than later, and most importantly of all, that he's not injury prone now. So we said it, or I've said it on one of my other videos, it's the international break and expect Jorginho'S agent Jorge Mendes to come out and make some ridiculous comment about going back to Italy, and I've not been disappointed. We've heard from him, we've heard from Jorginho as well, and it's about time this bloke either goes, if he doesn't want to stay, he just goes back to Italy. They're talking about a reunion with Maurizio Sarri, who's unemployed. He's not even in a manager's job at the minute. And this guy, seriously, just needs to be taped. His mouth, gaffer tape. Just stop the bloke from talking. But as I said, it was all to be expected. He said, there are many rumours about that because he did so well at Napoli. It's a special moment for him. He's an important player for Chelsea now. However, he's an Italy international, and we're thinking about a return to Serie A if he leaves the Blues. If Napoli make an offer, we'll evaluate it. He had a great time in Naples and has got many friends over there. But it's Jorginho himself that has made a comment sort of in jest that's been taken quite seriously over here and amongst the Chelsea faithful on social media. And Jorginho said this: there are no words to describe how much I miss Naples. Would I miss Naples? It's so cold in London, they don't even know what the sun is. And that's from Jorginho. So it's just, he's taken the mantle from Thibaut Courtois. It was always Courtois and his agent making some sort of comment when he was away on international duty. And Jorginho's agent does it every single time. The fact that he's also come out now and spoke about Napoli, just get rid of him. Sell him. If he wants to keep talking about going home, let him go home. Sell him. End of. So too Thomas Tuchel, Erling Haaland and Timo Werner in an interesting triangle that's being reported over the course of the weekend. Sport over in Spain, the publication, is claiming that Thomas Tuchel is more than happy to offer Timo Werner to Borussia Dortmund in exchange for Erling Haaland. Now, we have to be honest, and we have to expect this. It's the international break. There's nothing to report about. So you're going to see all these ridiculous comments and rumours and all this speculation come out about players not being happy. I mean, Jorginho's is different because it happens every single time. But Timo Werner, there's this overriding opinion in the media that he's not happy, that he's been a failure, and, you know, that he wants to go back to Germany. And I'm not buying it, because Werner himself has spoken about the fact that he wants to do well for his teammates. He never gives up. He keeps going. And I just don't see the fact that he's unhappy. To me, I think you get him on a run of games where he's scoring consistently, and this guy will just fly and he'll just enjoy life in the Premier League. It just always seems as though when people come over to this country from foreign leagues and foreign lands to come into the Premier League and it doesn't quite work out straight away for them, the press seem to just jump on that bandwagon and just make all these ridiculous claims. So we've heard that Erling Haaland doesn't believe Chelsea's a big enough team, wouldn't be interested in coming to Chelsea, and there's already been reports that there's a pre-contract been drawn up with Real Madrid, who are looking to sell about 6 players. More on them in just a second, because they're looking for Haaland and Mbappe together, which is just extortionate, bearing in mind the fact they've hardly got any money, supposedly. So all this talk about Haaland is not going to happen. I can't see Erling Haaland coming to Chelsea. So let's just forget that, because don't forget his agent is even worse than Jorginho'S. It's Mino Raiola, who would want a hefty cut of a transfer fee. Remember Lukaku rejected Chelsea because Chelsea point blank refused to pay the agent 4 million. Man United did. He went to Man United and look what happened there. So I don't see Erling Haaland coming to Chelsea next summer. I don't see him entertaining the idea of doing so because of what he said, but because Chelsea are refusing to do business with this guy because this guy is just a cretin, an absolute cretin, and that's my own personal opinion. As far as Timo Werner goes, he's going to have a big part to play in Chelsea's season between now and the end of it, and I think he'll be staying here for the remainder of his contract, if not longer. So I can't see it happening at all. What about you guys? The final story in this video today is about Eden Hazard, and Chelsea could pull off a 61 million transfer masterclass to bring him home this summer. Now, we know that he signed for Real Madrid for 100 million plus add-ons. There's a report stating that his value, which is being reported by Transfer Market, claims he's only worth 39 million at the moment, and Chelsea could try and re-sign him in the summer. Now, for Hazard at Real Madrid, it's not been good. He's missed around 50 games. He's only featured for 25 in the time he's been there because he's struggled with injuries. It's just not worked out for him. And as I said earlier, there's reports emanating out of Spain that Real Madrid are looking to rejuvenate their strike force with the likes of Haaland and Mbappe together, and they're willing to look at selling maybe 4, 5 or 6 players to fund those moves, and Eden Hazard is one of them. Would you take Eden Hazard back? Bearing in mind he's had a lot of injury problems out there. If we can get him back and get him fit, look at what's happened with Gareth Bale coming back to Tottenham. He's been fit, he's been playing and doing well. You'd imagine the same could be said of Eden Hazard. For 39 million, I'll take him back like that. What would you guys do? So Chelsea fans, that's it for the weekend roundup in the 4 biggest stories over the course of the weekend. International football is separate. Everyone can see what's happening in the international football. I didn't want to feature that in this particular video because I want to stick to the main focus of this channel, which is Chelsea. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section below about any of the stories that are featured. Smash that like button for me and then subscribe to the channel. But make sure you hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss my videos come out. Have a cracking Sunday. See you all next time.